In the 17th year of the government of the invincible monarch, the Caesar and Roman Emperor Tiberius, 201 years after the Olympiad, in the beginning of the 5000th year after the creation, in the 4147th year according to the Hebrew calendar, and 4037th year according to the English reckoning, and 784 years since the foundation of Rome, 580 years since the liberation from Egyptian slavery, at the time of the great men of the Roman nation, Lucius, Suetonius, and Marcellinus, and the administrator Hilaretes Palister, at the time of the governor general over Judah, Comus Flavius, and at the time of the governor of Jerusalem, the mighty and great prince Pontius Pilatus, and at the time of the procurator over Galilee, Herodes Anitpater, and at the time of the great Archpriests Ananias and Caiaphas, Aliasus and Mailus, the elder of the Temple Raban, and Amabelus, at the times of great judges in the town of Jerusalem, Simbinakasas, Pompilius, Rufus, and the municipal commander Joctenus. I, Pontius Pilatus, procurator of the Roman Emperor, in the hall of the great princes, do pronounce and confirm the sentence of death on the cross to be inflicted on the man called by the people Jesus Christ, the Nazarene, a rebel against Moses' law and against his majesty, the Roman Emperor Tiberius. I decide and order his death by crucifixion, together with others, in the manner applied to those people who are sentenced to death on the cross, to be inflicted on the man called by the people Jesus Christ, the Nazarene, a rebel against Moses' laws and against his majesty, to the Roman Emperor Tiberius. I declare and order his death by crucifixion, together with others, in the manner applied to those people who are sentenced to death, be they of rich or poor standing, because he continuously caused uproar by his detrimental behavior in Judah. Further, he called himself the Son of God and King of Jerusalem, and threatened the Holy Temple and Jerusalem with destruction. He refused to pay taxes to the emperor, and ventured to enter Jerusalem with leaves of date palms and a retinue of people, like a king who enters Jerusalem and the Holy Temple. I order my first centurion, Conatus Cornelius, to keep him bound in public in the Jerusalem district, and to seize what is his, to coat him with a purple cloak, and put a crown of thorns upon his head, and to force him to carry the cross of his own shoulders, so that he be an example to others, and especially conspirators. Accordingly, I order that Jesus Christ, together with 2 other brigands from the region of Imborel, now called Andromedas, shall be taken to be crucified before the people on the place chosen for criminals, and called Calvary. He who will be crucified and brought to death shall remain on the cross as a warning and example for the people and all criminals and robbers. And to the head there shall be fixed a table, on which is to be written in 3 languages: Isus alun omis idulam, in Hebrew; Iusis o Nazarenos Basileus Iuduan, in Greek; Jesus Nazarenus Rex Giordorium, in Latin. I order that none of my officials, of whatever rank and standing, shall delay the performance of his duty to the last, and interfere with the execution of him who has deliberately deserted the Jewish faith, but that every one shall accurately carry out my orders, infallibly given in accordance with the laws and regulations of Rome. Witnesses of this sentence were, on the part of the Israelites, Ruan, Daniel, Rabanal, Iokin, Banaken, Rotin, Etovel, and Pericolan. On the part of the Roman rulers in the country, Lucius, Caecilius, and Maxiclis. From the high priests, Ruan, Jodus, and Bucasalis. Chief of the prosecutor's office for the Hebrews, Bhutan. Jerusalem, 27th March, 4147th year according to the Hebrew reckoning, 4037th year according to the English reckoning, after the creation.